Recording. All right, cool. I'm so excited that you guys are on this call. Um, my team and I welcome you. I'll introduce myself. My name is Camilla Hunt. I am the founder of Brazen Fitness, which is our team within the Beachbody community. Sabrina and Katie will be speaking as well and introducing themselves, but I'm so excited you guys are here. If you can, in the chat, I would love to know who invited you to this actual call, because they're likely going to follow up with you afterwards. So in the chat, just let's start a thread and ask any questions there too. If you have any questions that come up during this call, the chat is where it's at. Oh, that rhymes. But that's really where you want to ask your questions so that we can kind of go back and see what you guys had to ask. So again, I'm Camilla. I'm sure some of you guys know me, some of you don't. Ebony, I don't think I've met you yet. But I am 32 years old, about to be 33 this year. I am a mother of two, Nolan and Cameron. They are 9 and 6, and I got a bun in the oven. I'm about 6 months pregnant at this point with another little baby boy. And I just have always had this knack of helping and teaching. I am a college dropout. I'm a super junior. I have the credits of a junior, and I probably could go back and graduate, but I just feel like life is too good right now. Things are really jiving, and I don't know, maybe it's in my cards later, but right now I'm having a lot of fun with what I'm doing, and it's deemed successful. So I wanted to share this opportunity with you guys too, to see if this would fit into your life. I love Beachbody, and Beachbody is the company. Some of you guys are doing the program, so you kind of have an idea of what it is already. But what Beachbody is those late night infomercials when you're cruising the tube and you see the 21-day fix, or back in the days it was Insanity, or P90X was my very first program that I did in 2009, where my coworker when I was in corporate America was I have this workout, and he was super ripped. I had just gotten engaged to my now husband, and I wanted to lose some weight. So he gave me his burn DVDs, guys. I had burned P90X DVDs. I didn't have any of the workout materials, but I just knew that this dude was super ripped. And I asked my husband, I said, do you want to do this? And he said, yes. So in our condo on our 3rd floor, we had our front door open into the hallway of all the condos. And I had a pull-up bar there with a chair under it, of course, because there's no way in hell I was doing a pull-up at that time. We had dumbbells, and I was on my balcony doing plyo jumps and stuff. And I was just kind of this is awesome. As somebody who had a gym membership and probably set foot in a gym probably once a month, I had this son who was 1 at the time. I was this is awesome. And so I did it. We finished P90X. I lost 13 pounds, gained a lot of strength. And I was this is really cool. But there was a huge gap. So that was in 2009. And then I came back to Beachbody in 2013, because if you know me, I'm kind of an all or nothing type of person. I go all in and I go super hard. So after I had my daughter in 2011, in September, I had her July. In September, it was when CrossFit was kind of making itself known. And I was oh, that seems like a good way to lose weight. So I gathered up 6 other women, some family friends, some friends. One of them also had a baby around the same age as Cameron. And we went to CrossFit. And I really loved CrossFit. It's a very expensive way to get fit, let me tell you. It was $150 a month to go twice a week. And it was really expensive, but it was very, very efficient. So once I started to get really fit in CrossFit, I went to bikini prep. That was a joke. I paid a lot of money for a coach. The connection wasn't there. I would email her questions and she'd get back to me maybe a week later. And I just thought that it was just a very extreme lifestyle for me. And it made me pick up really bad habits, under eating and over exercising. So one day my turning point was I was going to get seated at a restaurant with my husband, and I passed out. I was on my 5th hour of not eating. I was getting ready to eat, but I like blacked out. And I told myself no more. I felt like a complete failure. And then I ballooned like 20 pounds in a month because I just like told myself I suck. I failed at this. I told everyone I was going to step on stage. Like I thought that that would be the epitome of fitness, was like, okay, I'm like in decent shape now. What can I do to take it to the next level? Why don't I try my hand at walking and strutting around in a sparkly bikini and some clear heels? Like, now that I think about it, that was really not what I wanted to do. I just wanted to take myself to the next level. So after I started binging and purging and just created this really awful relationship with food, I was looking on social media for some inspiration, just as I know a lot of you guys do. And I found a coach, a Beachbody coach, who was doing a Beachbody program. And he was getting fit from home. He seemed like a really cool guy. And so I messaged him, and then the rest is history. He put me through my very first program, just became this like mentor to me. And up until now, he's like one of my closest friends through the Beachbody network. And he's just like phenomenal. So that's exactly how I started with Beachbody. I love the community aspect of it. I loved the trainings that they provide. So what we essentially do is that we meet the needs of our potential clients, right? We're a big relationship building type of community. A lot of people, when they come into it, one of the biggest obstacles that I have to get to with my new coaches is that, do I have to be a salesperson? I don't really think so. I truly believe that if you are sharing authentically, you're sharing your journey authentically, and you come from a place of genuinely wanting to help, you will never come off as a salesperson, ever, ever. Like, look at the people that we have on this call right here, right? Like, have you ever felt like I sold to you? Like, ever? Yes or no? Yes or no? You can be honest. I never want to feel that way because it feels gross, right? Like, I used to work in life insurance sales, and sometimes it's sleazy. And so you have to come from a place of authenticity. We ask the needs of the clients. We figure out what their pain points are. They share with us what their pain points are. And then we offer them a solution because we've used that solution and it's worked for us. And we're able to relate to our customers in that way and relate to our clients in a really, really deep and profound way. So that's essentially what we do. Is we run challenge groups on a monthly basis. We plug people into a community that we've built over time. We motivate the crap out of you because, let's face it, sometimes I post things that I know I need in my life. Like, I post motivation because I needed to hear it. Honestly, if you see anything motivational from me, I Googled it or I Pinterested it because I needed to hear it first. And that's where it comes from. And that's where that servant heart comes from, because you have to serve yourself first. And that's the beauty about what we do, is that we get to help others make an income with an impact, and we stay accountable to our own goals. I don't know where I would be if I didn't have Beachbody 4.5 years ago. I probably would have tried like 100 other things and failed. This is the one thing that stuck, because you get nutrition, you get the workouts, and you get the support. And that's really what works. And that's what didn't work when I paid for that bikini competitor coach. Like, there's no reason why you should be. I asked her like a dietary question, and it took her 7 days to get back to me. 7 days. That's not a people business. That's not a relationship business. And she didn't treat it that way. So I felt very alone. I felt like she played favorites, and that's something that my clients never have to feel. Never. Okay? So that's exactly what we do. That's the premise of what we do. Our mission is to help people live healthy and fulfilling lives, whether it be through fitness, whether it be through helping you with a stronger mindset that surrounds the fitness, because let's face it, fitness of the mind will always help fitness of the body. And I truly believe that. We help people in such a deep way. And I hold it, and my team holds it at the highest honor, that we get to help people like fitness is just a byproduct of it. But when you feel powerful, when you do that workout that you really thought you weren't going to do, like you wouldn't be able to do, when you bust out 3 tuck jumps, not modified, when you thought that all you can do is modify, like you feel powerful. And that's exactly what like fills my cup. And that's why we do what we do. Okay. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and throw it over to Sabrina, and she is going to talk to you guys with baby Sky. Oh my God, look at her little slobber face. She has baby Sky in her arms, and she's going to talk about what our vital behaviors are. All right, Sabrina, I'm going to unmute you.
Thank you. And you guys, I had a long day at work today, and I miss this baby girl so much, so that's why she's here with me right now, and to give Daddy a break because he watched her today. So for the babbles, please forgive me, but like this is my pride and joy. Well, my son is too, but this is what keeps me motivating with this business, because I had no entrepreneur experience before Beachbody. So everything that you see from me is just genuine and true. And like Camilla said, like it's not about sales. It's really about just sharing your story. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of backstory about me before Beachbody. So before Beachbody, I was a college athlete, and that was my fitness background. So I was a basketball player through college, and it was funny because until after playing college, I had no education about how to fuel my body with proper nutrition. So I love that like, I think back about my college playing days, and I was literally eating like chili cheese fries before a 3-hour practice. So it's just funny to see how far I've come. And the tools that I wish I had back then, like I'm so happy to give to young 20-year-olds now, because I wish I had someone like me back then. But Camilla came into my life after my first child. So I had a previous success weight loss story, because I did gain 20 pounds after not playing college ball anymore. And it was very defeating for me emotionally to put on that weight that I had never had like as a kid. So I did do Zumba, loved it. Like one of my best friends was an instructor, but that's all I was doing. I was just working out, and I still wasn't eating healthy. I did the Tone It Up community in preparation for my wedding in 2013. And that's kind of how I got started on Instagram. Hold on. So I got started on Instagram with Tone It Up, and I did a few other like fit girls guides on Instagram, and I came across Camilla like at the like everything aligned, and she was running an Insanity Max 30 challenge group, and I was literally ready to get back into these women's basketball leagues. So I reached out to her. I was super nervous to reach out to her, so it's normal if you ever felt that way. And I still get nervous reaching out to people, but anyhow, I reached out to her. She gave me her number. I talked to her. She sounded like a mom mentor that I needed. She was a mom of 2. I had just had my first child. I was new to this mom thing. I wanted my body back, and I wanted it better than ever before. And I saw her putting in the work at home, and I knew that it was possible by just her sharing her journey on social media. So when I signed up as a challenger, I also signed up as a coach, and I kind of just like went with it, and I was like, this is cool. Like, let me get my friends to join me. But let me talk about the success story I had. I did lose 30 pounds from my first pregnancy, and I did share my journey through my second pregnancy, Skylar, and I've lost 35 pounds, and I'm still continuing my second postpartum journey. So what I am talking to you about is the vital behaviors, or are the vital behaviors. And the first one, and these vital behaviors literally have changed my life. So the first vital behavior that we do as coaches is we show proof that the products work, and they do. So if you do a program and you follow it, you're going to get results. So having this community, having this new challenge tracker app where we can log in daily and connect with each other with that extra layer of accountability that Camilla has provided with the Zoom morning workouts, that's been super clutch for me, because I get inspired by our girls doing the workouts, and you guys would have that access too. So being proof the product works is the first and foremost behavior. Then we have my favorite, personal development. And personal development is something that, like I was telling you guys before, I struggled with a lot of insecurities. Even as a college basketball player, I was like a scrawny thing out there, and I always had to like just hustle and work hard. But if I had to be that like in shape as I potentially could have been, I think I would have been even more of a beast out there. But let's not think about the past. But with personal development, your mentality going into these workouts, and just fueling you for life. Like, we all need to grow, and when you stop growing, it's kind of like you're stagnant, and you need to get comfortable being uncomfortable. So that's what personal development does for me. It pushes me out of my comfort zone. I listen to audiobooks on my commute. I commute an hour to work, and so instead of listening to like mindless music, I'll put on an audiobook or a podcast or something that I need to improve out. I was so shy when I first met Camilla, and I still sometimes get little like I'm nervous right now, but like I'm doing it anyway, and that's because of the personal development. I'm sorry, honey. The third vital behavior that we do daily is we invite to our social media by sharing on social media our journey. We invite to our challenge groups, and we invite to the coaching community. So by doing those things and building your tribe, that's how you'll grow as a coach. And that is, I have to say, a vital behavior. Well, I mean, everyone has different vital behaviors that they struggle with, but that is one that I think we all can encourage each other by building a strong tribe. And like, I think that like my challengers love let's just say Katie, that's one of Camilla's coaches. Like they feed off of everybody in our community, so it's like not all on you once you bring someone into our community, because everyone is showing them love, and that's something that we do not get at a gym. I'm just gonna say it. Like when I would go to a gym, I would never like feel that, except for like Zumba and classes like that. But like when you walk into a gym and you're going to like a machine or whatever. So that's something that I personally enjoy in our challenge group community. I love feeling the love when I knocked out a workout at 5 a.m. and I got 2 kids. And the last one that I really also enjoy of our vital behaviors is recognition in the workplace. Like how many of you guys go to work and like just get like praised for whenever you do something good? It's like not likely. But here, when we advance in our rank, or we even just help somebody, like bring someone into the community, like we make sure to go out of our way as coaches and recognize our coaches, our challengers, and that just like fills up our cup. And I know I'm a person that likes the love language of affirmation. So recognition by Camilla has been so like fulfilling to me. Fulfilling. I don't know, you guys. But pretty much recognition. That's the last vital behavior. And those 4 things, if you did it consistently daily, you will grow as an individual and be that shining light on others. And I can say firsthand that I've seen it in myself, and I've seen it on our coaches and challengers in our community. So now I'm going to pass you on to Katie. He is going to kind of give you guys a little bit of the knowledge of the power of part-time coaching and how you can work this into your life.
Hey guys, how are you? So please bear with me. I'm kind of sick, so my voice is a little bit in and out. But a little bit about me. I am 32. I'll be 33 this year. I have a 2-year-old daughter, Olivia, and a husband who's working late tonight, so I have the house to myself. And I am the queen of busy. Like, when people tell me that they are too busy to work out, too busy to have a side hustle, I'm like, girl, please. I work full time. I'm a nurse. I obviously I have a baby. I work my Beachbody business on the side, and I'm also in school full time working on my master's. So when we get off this call, I got homework to do. Beachbody is not something that is a cookie cutter thing that you have to worry about it fitting or not fitting into your schedule, because the business is what you make of it. What it's been for me has been a way to hold myself accountable while I've been working on my own fitness journey. just like Sabrina, I was a college athlete. I was used to being in like super crazy shape. I played soccer in college. And after having a baby, I had a very unhealthy pregnancy. I was not active. I just kind of ate tacos every day and didn't really care about fitness or any of that. And after I had my daughter, I was like the biggest I had ever been. And I, just like Sabrina, found Camila. Well, I've known Camila for many years through social media, and have watched her journey. And I'm sure like many of you, you sit on your phone and you're just like watching these people and you're like, oh, why can't I have that too? And you just like keep thinking like something's got to give. And for me, it was like, I finally got to this point of like rock bottom, and I'm like, you know what? All in. I'm just going to go all in. And I messaged Camila that day, and I was just like, I'm ready to do this. She didn't even like, probably wasn't even thinking of me. I probably came out of like left field. Like, she's probably just like, whoa, where did you come from? But, you don't realize the impact that you have on people sometimes when you're genuinely sharing your story and people are watching on the sidelines, because that was me. I was watching on the sidelines. And I don't know about you guys, but there would be days like before I started working out that I'd be like, I'd watch somebody else work out on Instagram and I'm like, man, I feel like I worked out today too, just by watching their stories. And at the end of the day, you have to put in the work for yourself, and wherever you get that motivation from, you just have to kind of take it and make it your own. And with Beachbody, when I signed up, I signed up initially as a coach. I had used their products in the past. I drank Shakeology before my wedding, and I loved it, but I just drank Shakeology. I didn't do the workouts. I just pretty much had a really good shake. And that was part of the reason I signed up as a coach, was because I wanted the discount. And so when I signed up, I said, okay, I'm going to sign up as a discount coach, but if I can just get a couple of my friends to do this with me, it'll help cover my cost of my Shakeology. And that was kind of my mindset when I first started, was just like, okay, I know I'm going to do this for myself, but this is going to help hold me accountable. And I'm making my sister do it. I've reached out to all my initial, like, your girls that you can say, look, girl, you're doing this. You really don't got a choice, because I'm going to get in shape. And so you got to get in shape too. So that was kind of like how I started. And taking that big step of starting to share on social media was probably the biggest hurdle for me. I'm very bubbly, and like when you get to know me, like I love to chat. I'm like super friendly, but sharing like personal stuff on social media, like just was not my thing. And one day I was just like, you know what? F it. Who cares? You're either with me or you're not. Like, I just started sharing, and people just started like gravitating, and I was just like, wow, like y'all care what I have to say? Like, y'all care that I'm doing push-ups? Like, it's just this amazing feeling that, one, you're giving to other people, but two, you get back, because you get this response from people that's just so overwhelmingly positive. Like, you're not going to get very many people saying, oh, I can't believe you're working out and getting healthy. Like, people don't say that. People are just like, wow, you go girl. Like, you're amazing. Like, I can't believe you're doing this. And that energy is contagious. And when people give you that feedback, it just makes you want to give it back even more. And for me, that's just been what's been keeping me going, even through having a crazy ass schedule and being busy. It's just, I'm going even harder now. Like, we just started a new program. If you guys don't know, a new program just launched on Beachbody called 80 Day Obsession. It's super intense. It's a very strict meal plan. And I am at a place where I'm like going all in on this program. When I first started, I was just like, cool, I'm going to work out every day. I'm going to drink my shakes. I'm going to show up. But my diet was kind of like 75%. So you can really like, and just so you know, I'm down 27 pounds since I've started in June. And that wasn't with being like super strict 100% of the time. It was fitting it into my life and just being consistent and showing up every day. Some days are harder, some days are not. But what remains constant throughout the whole thing is your community of coaches and challengers that surround you and give you constant, unwavering support. And for me, it's going to keep me around for a long time. So I'm going to pass that back to Camila now, because she's going to kind of go over the pricing and how you guys get started and some other fun stuff.
Thanks, guys. Oh, all the feels. And yes, you did come out of left field. I was like, oh my God, she was from my beauty blocker days. And so it was just super cool to like just have that connection with people on like a different level, one thing too that I will add that our community also brings is that like copious amounts of training. So you don't ever have to feel like you have to figure this all out as you go. You don't have to understand everything completely, because there's probably a training for each and everything that you're going to have a question on. And if you can't find a training, then you would talk to someone like me or somebody like Katie or Sabrina, and we'll point you in the right direction. Because I've been doing this for 4.5 years, guys, and I'm still figuring things out to this day, no matter how many events and things like that I've gone to. So now I wanted to talk to you guys about how we get paid, because I mean, money is great, right? Like, money can't buy happiness, but it can buy a lot of other things. And I didn't, honestly, when I came to this business, I didn't do it for the money. I really didn't. But as I started getting deeper in it, and I saw like my peers and people, other coaches around me quitting their jobs, around the time that I started, I had a few teammates quit their jobs as like teachers and nurses and things like that. I was like, holy crap, guys, like, how are you guys able to do that? So I started digging a little bit deeper in it, and I was like, wow, like, this is a real thing. And the fact of the matter is it's 2018 now, and network marketing is really making its way and making itself known. You know what I mean? Like, everyone believes that you clock in and out of a job, you collect your paycheck, things like that. This job is a little bit different, because you are compensated by the work you put in and the level of authenticity you give your clients, and how you treat your clients and your customers, and how you're sharing. So that's exactly how I have been compensated. I've never seen it as like, oh, I'm going to sell this challenge pack. Like, I always look at it as a life changed, and that person behind that new program or this service that I'm offering them. So the ways that you can make money: you can make commissions off of your challenge pack sales. Each challenge pack, depending on which one you purchase, is going to have a dollar amount attached to it. For instance, the Beachbody On Demand challenge pack, which is just Beachbody On Demand plus your Shakeology, that's going to get you $50. So you can make commissions, and you can make team cycle bonuses. Team cycle bonuses come when you start to grow your team, and you start to be able to lead your team to duplicate your efforts, and you teach them to do essentially what you do. Team cycle bonuses are essentially a little cut off of what your team under you is actually producing. So there's team cycle bonuses, there is commissions, and then there's also commissions from residual income commissions, which is from the clients who fall in love with the product and they get that home delivery sent to them every 30 days. Whether it be Shakeology, whether it be their performance stack, there are the Shakeology boosts, when you also get paid out when their $99 membership fee gets renewed for Beachbody On Demand, because let's face it, Beachbody On Demand is like freaking awesome, and it is so good. So you can make a cut off of each one of those products. There's also incentives. Beachbody is huge on giving out free crap, guys. Like, not only as a challenger can you submit your stuff to your pictures, your measurements and stuff to the Beachbody Challenge and get yourself a free shirt, as coaches, we are rewarded as well for our hard work. So if we hit a certain goal in a month, they'll send you free swag. Like, some of my favorite items that I own are from Beachbody. I have like a blanket. I have like a director's chair that I really love. Like, it's just crazy. And another thing that they do is they will send you on trips depending on your success in the year. Last year, the year before that, I took my husband on our very first Beachbody trip. And that's when I made him like a believer. And that's when he was like, holy crap, this is real. We're on a ship. We were on a Royal Caribbean ship, which is like the highest, like nicest cruise ship. They rented it all out for Beachbody coaches, and we went to the Bahamas and Jamaica. We were supposed to go to Hades, but that's when Zika was like, out there. And so they skipped Haiti. And that's when my husband was like, this is real, babe. Like, this is like a real job. And I'm like, yeah, and I earned this for you, so you're welcome. And then the next year, I earned a trip for my whole family to Punta Cana, and we stayed at the Hard Rock with Beachbody coaches. It was freaking awesome. This year, a couple of our coaches, I think Sabrina's going, and I think Phoebe's going. I can't go because I'm going to be really pregnant. They're going to the Riviera Maya Riviera, one of those, in Mexico, and they're staying at the Hard Rock. And then next year it was just announced that we're doing another cruise, and I'm so excited because I'm going to have 3 kids to take on it. And it's just really cool that my hard work in the year is going towards taking my family on vacations, because this is something that I probably would have never been able to do out of pocket. And it's just really cool. Like, I mean, does your 9-to-5 send you on vacations? Like, that's freaking awesome. Yeah. So there's also lots of incentives. How you can get started is a challenge pack. A challenge pack, for those of you who don't know, some of you are challenge pack owners already on this call. A challenge pack is essentially your fitness, your nutrition, coupled together. Now, Julie's here, Brooke's here, my coaches. For those of you who have purchased a challenge pack, you can upgrade to a coach for free, like no charge, right? If you have not signed up as a coach yet, then with your purchase of a challenge pack, you could just sign up as a coach from the get-go. Okay, so that is the best way to start and the most cost efficient. Let me tell you why. Because you get to start on your journey, start sharing it with your family, commit to a program, and just pronounce to the world and those around you and the people that you love, like, this is what I'm doing. You can come with me if you want to. I can help you and support you if you need it. And those are your very first customers, your warm market. Your warm market are the people that know, like, and trust you, right? That's exactly how I got started, guys. Like, I wasn't like cold calling people like they did in the 90s, like, hey, I have this opportunity for you. Like, no, that's not what we do. We authentically share with those people around us, right? Like, it was not like that at all. And I think that when you come from a place of excitement, like, for those of us who have challenge packs, like, the first time I got a challenge pack, I was like, oh my God, I got this package and it's so cool. I have hella DVDs and I have the Shakeology. I have my shaker cup. Like, I felt like I had like the whole package. It was like Christmas to me. And I didn't have to leave my living room. Sometimes I work out barefoot. Sometimes I'm still in my pajamas. Like, and it was just everything to me. And I think when you share from a place of excitement, then people get excited with you. Or if somebody needs what you have, they're automatically drawn to you because they want some of your energy. And we're high energy people. I didn't even drink pre-workout before this call, and I usually always take pre-workout before these calls. I'm just super hyped because that's how much I love what I get to do, and I get to talk to you guys about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this call. That's really all I had. If you don't want to start with a challenge pack, you do not have to. I will tell you that getting your feet off the ground without a challenge pack is going to be relatively harder than it would be, because you want to start with a program, and it always starts with you. It's like a me first movement. Like, if I'm not taking care of myself in my fitness, in my mind, like the book I'm reading right now, we were talking about personal development. I am reading this. This is going on my nightstand. It's called I Am That Girl. If I am not taking care of myself first, mind, body, and soul, like, I can't take care of you guys. I can't do this for you. So it's so important that you fill yourself up first. And that's why we always recommend starting with a program. Because once you get those endorphins in there, those feel goods, you get your mind right, people are going to be like, damn, what is she doing? Because I need that. Right? Cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. We kept it at, 40 minutes? My kids never came home. Yes. I should probably ask where they are. It's a school night, but whatever. I'm enjoying this. So I hope you guys have a good evening. I'm going to unmute you guys to see. Does anybody have any questions? We're just going to go around real quick. Julie, I know I sent you. Chelsea. Ebony, who invited you today?
Sabrina.
Yay! I see Shauna. And then who's over here on the iPhone?
Me.
Who is that?
Who is this?
Who?
We'll figure it out.
They said me.
Is
Oh
it
no, I'm on an iPhone, but are you guys talking about somebody who's?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
there's another one on there, and it says it just says iPhone.
Oh yeah, no, that's not me.
Mystery.
Our mystery lurker. Is that right, Stella?
It's Sean.
I see Shauna here. Any hoozle. If there's any questions, please ask the person that invited you. I'm gonna follow up with all my people that I invited to this group. Like, if I'll probably talk to you guys tomorrow though, because I probably have to go look for my kids. But Chelsea, Julie, Shauna, and then I think Mystery. I'll hit you guys up. And this is recorded, and I'll put it on YouTube. Bye, everybody. Bye, Sky.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.